This is chapter 3.9. Okay, look. Which of the following give acidic solution? You should know by now that non-metal oxides are acidic and metal oxides are basic. So can a base give you a basic compound by itself without reacting with anything acidic? It can't give you an acidic compound. So you pick the acidic ones. This is a metal, this is a metal, this is a metal. They can't give you something acidic when they react with water. So these two, plus because they're non-metal oxides, they're acidic. There's two ways of looking at this. The metal oxides are basic or the non-metal oxides are acidic. This, look, when you do that, when you add an oxide to water, you're basically just combining them. It's like, let's say, for example, X into Y. You're gonna get XY. You're basically just doing that, you're just combining. So I'll give you an example for the SO3. So SO3 plus H2O gives you H2SO4. See, the H2 went here and the O combined with this O. Here's the opposite. Which ones give you a basic? The basic ones, which are the metal oxides. And again, I'll give you an example. So Na2O plus H2O gives you 2NaOH. See how they combine, and it's balanced in the end. If you count 2 O's, 2 N's, 2 H's, it's balanced. An aqueous solution of hydrochloric acid is added to lumps of calcium carbonate. If you guys remember, a metal carbonate plus an acid gives you three things. It gives you salt, it gives you a salt, it gives you water, and it gives you CO2. When you get a gas, you're gonna expect bubbles, which is why you pick this one. Net ionic equation works like this. It's so first, there's three types of equation. The main one is called the overall non-ionic. There's no ions, nothing. It's just the thing itself. So it becomes CaCl2. You have to add the 2 here, plus CO2 plus H2O. This is overall non-ionic. When you split them up into their ions, it becomes an overall ionic equation. So you see here, so 2H plus 2Cl minus plus Ca2 plus CO3 2 minus. Sorry, this should be an arrow. It gives you Ca2 plus Cl2 minus plus CO2 plus H2O. If you're asking why these don't separate, is because they're not aqueous. The way ions work is if it dissolves, it separates. That's the whole point. Dissociation, they dissociate. So the way the net ionic, which is what they're asking, you cancel out any two things that are similar in which are on opposite sides of the arrow. So you have the reactants and you have the products. Which of these on like the two sides of the line are the same? So you have the Ca2 plus and the Ca2 plus, 2Cl minus, 2Cl minus. You're left with these. They're asking for the products. It's just CO2 and H2O. Here, look. So they're asking for the concentration of OH minus. Ignore everything. All you need is just the pH. That's it. The pH and Kw. That's all you need for this entire equation. For this entire question, sorry. So they give you nothing about OH, but they give you a really good hint. pH is 5.36. So if you guys remember, concentration of H plus is equal to 10 to a negative pH. And OH minus is equal to Kw over H plus. Kw is 10 to a negative 14. So that means that OH minus is equal to 10 to a negative 14 over 10 to a negative 5.36. Don't try doing this on a paper, because when you get a decimal as an exponent, you have to like rationalize and it's really confusing. So just do it instantly on the calculator. This is the answer you're gonna get. Solution adding solid. When you add something basic to water, the solution is basic. And again, just combine them. And you're trying to get something basic. Get a base you know. If you have a metal you know, and it's going with water, get one of the bases that you know. That's it. You could also do this one. You could do the overall ionic. See, this is the overall ionic. Sorry, this is. I think this is net ionic. No, it's overall, my bad. So you see, the reason these two, I'll show you again. The reason these two in the other answer don't disassociate is because they're solid and liquid. This one is aqueous, so disassociates. HCl is added to NaCHCOO. So it's H plus. I'll write it. Wait. Which question was it? It was. Yeah. H. Okay, look. So it's gonna be H plus Cl minus plus Na plus CH3COO gives you what's it give you? It gives you NaCl salt, so NaCl, but because we're splitting it, gonna be Na plus Cl minus plus acetic acid. You see, they just swapped, like sorry, this is supposed to be negative. The cation and the anions just swapped. What can you cancel? Na and Cl, خلاص, that's it. If you have time in the exam, as just always doing that, always write the full equation and try to, KOH is added to a solution with. Remember, when you add NH4 plus is a weak acid. Okay, so ammonium salt plus a base gives you salt, water, and ammonia gas. So that means NH4. I'm gonna split them apart from now because they're asking for net ionic. Plus KO plus K plus OH minus gives you. I'll draw a line here to show you what you can like cancel. Gives you, so the K here goes with this here, and it gives you the salt, and then it gives you water and ammonia. You're asking why? Because this H goes over here, so that means the positive leaves and the negative cancels out with the positive, so it becomes water. So it gives you KCl or K plus and Cl minus plus H2O plus NH3. Ammonia is usually a gas. Here it's aqueous, but the reason it doesn't split up is because it's own compound. It's like asking why don't O and the H split up? Because it's its own compound. Now what can cancel out? K, Cl. So all you have left. NH4 plus OH minus gives you these two. It's always gonna be, look, the way you can tell when it's, for example, like an acid and an acid and a base, sorry. It's always gonna be the water and whatever special is with it. So for example, with the carbonate plus this, the special thing about carbonate is the CO2. So it's gonna be water and CO2. The salt is gonna cancel out from both sides. This one, see, it's like this. So the H goes here and the two H's go here and the other O goes here. So then in total it's CaOH2. It just combines, they just combine, that's it. And then they want dissociation. See here, it's weak, remember. Calcium hydroxide is weak, remember this. Okay, so it just dissociates into Ca2 plus and 2OH minus. Just splits up. When they say dissociation, they mean splits up to its original things. Write the balance reaction between sulfur trioxide and water. See, again, it just combines. Give the balance dissociation. Here, remember last quiz they wanted it like in one of the quizzes before, they wanted it in 2 steps. Here they just wanted it in 1 step. So you're letting go of 2 H's, so it's 2H plus, and because you let go of 2 pluses, it becomes 2 minus. See here, look. SO3 is acidic, it's a weak acid. So it reacts with the base. What again? Acid plus base They don't mean literal acids and literal bases with this equation. They mean stuff that are acidic or that are basic. Like, it doesn't have to be HCl. It could just be CO2 is kind of acidic. That counts. See, like that. And also, no, sulfur trioxide is different because it's if you guys remember from the contact process, yeah. So look, SO3 plus a base. Acid plus base gives you what? Gives you salt and water. So the salt would be the salt is gonna be a sulfate salt because one of the H's goes with it. So look, I'm gonna write the full equation, no ions, no nothing. So it's gonna be SO3 plus NaOH gives you a sulfate salt. So NaSO4 plus H2O. And then you have to balance it. Na2 because it's 2 minus. So then you put a 2 here and it's gonna be balanced. So it's SO3 plus 2 NaOH gives you Na2SO4 plus H2O. You have to balance it. And then if you split it up, it splits up into Na plus OH minus, Na plus OH minus. You put a plus in between them, and here you put Na plus and SO4 2 minus. So you put, and then it's gonna be a 2. There's gonna be a 2 here, like that. So you cancel the Na from here, the Na from here. So this is what's left. Anything with a pH less than 7 is acidic, and concentration of hydrogen is 10 to a negative pH, so it's 10 to a negative 4. And then Kw is 10 to a negative 14, so you do Kw over H and you get OH minus. This solution is endothermic. So look, potassium nitrate, so KNO3, when it dissolutes to K plus and NO3 minus, it's endothermic. So plus heat. So that means the temperature around, what does endothermic mean? It means it absorbs heat. So it's gonna absorb the surrounding temperature, which is gonna decrease it. And pH of water, which is, water is the neutral, water is equal to 7. That's why everything happens in water. The way you can tell, again, sulfur trioxide is acidic. So the way you can tell is just the one less than 7. It's the only one less than 7, which is 1. When HCl solution is added to calcium carbonate, CO2 gas will be produced. Yeah, you need to memorize that an acid plus a carbonate gives you CO2 gas and a salt and water. So the salt will be calcium chloride. It's what's called, it's with an acid because carbonate itself is basic, I think. It is this. So when KOH solution is added to, yeah, when again, when ammonium salt reacts with, when ammonium salt reacts with a base, it gives you NH3 gas plus a salt, which would be KCl, plus water. KOH is added to AlCl3, this precipitates form. You just take the, so look, when they react, they're gonna like swap, yeah? So it's gonna go, this was from last year, when two soluble things react. This is basically precipitation. This reaction is precipitation. So so you have K plus and OH minus in the thing. Then you have Al plus and 3Cl minus in the other. Just mix them. So it's gonna be KCl, and we'll add the 3 here and the 3 here, KCl, and you're gonna get AlOH3. Which of them is solid? Again, halides are soluble with everything except for only three: Ag plus, Cu plus, and Pb2 plus. With everything else, it's soluble. Any halide.